Hello everyone, I am Jash Patel and today I am presenting you the MITS seminar on my internship which started on 2nd May 2022 in summer. I am currently working as an intern at Deloitte in the cyber department. My role is automated application security tester, which also implies some work on code assessment. Actually, I got an offer of working for 4 months as an intern in Deloitte from May to August. This would be my last term as a student of MITS at Ontario Tech University. At the beginning of joining Deloitte, I was introduced to the company's data privacy policy and other critical aspects necessary for new employees. Along with that, I was taught the ethical and shared values of the organization and how to communicate while keeping the information abstract from the member firms. I was introduced to the automated application security testing team in Deloitte, which works for Deloitte Global and all member firms of the company. This team is further divided into Asia Pacific East, Asia Pacific West, Europe, and American teams. I was working on American team as an intern. There were 12 members of our team, including the team lead and global manager. There were 2 interns on this team hired from Canadian firm. I was responsible for many tasks other than application testing. I used to handle tickets that were raised on the ServiceNow by the clients. I had to look for the raised tickets on the ServiceNow and choose the one which is prioritized and needs the testing sooner. Other than that, I was responsible for communicating with the clients on a call, either for a scoping call or for the readout call when they had questions about the testing already done. We used to have weekly assignment calls 2 times a week where the whole team was supposed to share the update one after one and ask questions to the lead manager if they are facing any issues with the tickets. Our team provided the consultative security assistance to the member firms through all the processes that are mentioned here in the diagram. Before requesting for the application testing, it was necessary to onboard the application profile on ServiceNow and then raise a ticket to test it. Following all the steps, the AAT team was responsible for developing, exercising, and conducting functional testing of the application. Later, the remedy to the issue was suggested to the developers to make the application more secure. My main task was to triage the security issues reported by the 45. I used to look for the critical and high severity issues reported by the tool in the application code. There were 4 types of severity that are critical, high, medium, and low. Our team basically triaged the critical and high severity issue. I also had a look at the medium and low severity security issues upon the client request. The triaging included 5 categories. Those are exploitable, suspicious, not an issue, bad practice, and risk accepted. We were supposed to mark the issues exploitable when the code seems to be very weak and easily affectable. We have to specify the reason and the way how can this code be exploited by an attacker. After that comes suspicious. I mark suspicious as this text is when there is any confusion in the code. If you have any questions regarding how the code is working before predicting the security vulnerability, you can always mark a suspicious and ask the developer to explain the code. The main task was to find the false positive in the finding of 45 tool. Sometimes, this tool may mark some issues that are actually not an issue and has been wrongly identified by the system. I generally mark them as not an issue. Many times, the developer writes codes incorrectly and ends up in making silly mistakes. I mark these issues as a bad practice and suggest what can be the better practice to write the particular code more securely. The last category was the risk accepted. Some third-party libraries that are not written by the developers have bugs and security issues reported in their code. These issues cannot be repaired by the developers as the code is not written by the library developers. In such cases, the code can be marked as risk accepted as nothing can be done. Our team followed 2 ways of security testing, that is SAST, Static Application Security Testing, and DAST, that is Dynamic Application Security Testing. For the SAST technique, we were supposed to analyze the source code of the application and figure out if it can be vulnerable or not. While in DAST technique, we run the application and find security vulnerabilities from the end product itself. In the SAS technique, the clients were supposed to upload the scans to the 45 SSC, and then we were supposed to triage the issues that are reported by the tool. As I mentioned in the slide before that, we have certain categories to mark out the issues reported. Further, we had to arrange the readout calls with the clients in which we listen to their questions on the security issues and explain to them how to fix these issues. SAST is a quick method of triaging the issues and securing the application, as you do not have to wait until the application is ready to use. You can start testing and changing the code in its development phase only. While in the DAST method, the application is tested dynamically and not statistically. Here, you have to work on the application flow and find out the vulnerabilities. For understanding the working flow of the application, you have to schedule a scoping call with the client where you try to understand the working model of the application and what care you need to take while testing the application. This is a one-on-one call with the client where only you are supposed to host the call. After getting a complete understanding, we are supposed to run the application and generate the macro file using the tool like Traffic Viewer. Later, this macro file is used to generate the issue report by uploading it on the 45 SSC. For API testing, we use Postman-like applications to generate the macro file and upload it to the 45 to get the issues report. After that, we have to triage the issues the same as we did in SAST, but the normal difference is that we need to show the screenshot of the application being vulnerable. So if you find any security bug in the application, you first need to capture a screenshot of it for getting a better explanation. Later, if the developer has any question on the triage issue, you have to arrange a readout call to explain the findings of the 45 tool. DAST is a time-consuming technique, while SAST can be done quickly and effectively. Now let's talk about some automation project that I worked on the side. 45 had a lot of application from Deloitte that was not of use, that has no scans pending and no uploads on them. These applications were supposed to be cleaned from 45 profile, and for that we need to make an automation script that can delete this profile. There were around 3000 profiles that were meant to be deleted as they were no use. I worked around with my intern colleague and made an automation script in Python that could fetch such profile from 45 and make an Excel sheet. These profiles that were selected in the Excel sheet were then deleted one by one, checking if it has any use or not. The script was optimally coded and took only 1 hour to clean all the useless profiles. Apart from the technical work, Deloitte also organized an innovation challenge event where we all were divided into teams to work on finding the solution to the work from home problems. Many employees face certain problems while working from home. It is not the normal mode of working. The board of directors is expecting some good innovation ideas for these problems so that they could implement them in the work environment to boost the motivations of the employees who are working remotely. I worked on a team of 6 members and we all prepared a presentation of our ideas to give it in front of the board of directors of Deloitte. I will conclude my presentation. I have shared my overall experience as an application security testing intern at Deloitte. I came to learn a lot of new things by working in the industry as an intern. I came to know about the ticketing platform that is ServiceNow and how to manage tasks on that. Most importantly, I learned how the testing of the application undergoes by following 2 different methods that are SAST and DAST. I also learned a few things about API testing. I have an in-depth knowledge of triaging the issues based on the severity levels. I have eliminated several OS vulnerabilities from the application by performing the testing. Now I am more aware of how to write code securely to be safe from such open vulnerabilities. Additionally, I have gained professional experience in how to communicate with clients on call and how fulfilling the requirements. I also got some basic shadowing on how the offensive security team works at Deloitte, as I attended a few meetings of the teams and got rough ideation on how to work as an OffSec team in such a large organization. While being on an innovation challenge team, I came to know about how should I make professional presentation and how should I put my points to meaning in presentations. This helped me to change my creative thinking and propose easy solutions to the big problems faced by the companies. Overall, I have improved my secure coding practice skills as I have vast knowledge of the real life security problems that exist in the code. Finally, thank you on spending your valuable time on getting to know about my journey. Have a great day, guys.